Some off-roading.
Good morning guys, and welcome back to a video. I haven't done one for a number of months. I've got loads of footage to put together, but just haven't. But today this is going to be a very different video to what you normally see on the channel. So basically I'm with the old Welsh historian Rodri, and a couple of weeks ago he told me that he's got into metal detecting, and I then told him about a story that when I was about 14 years old I used to hang around in this place building dens and stuff and chopping down trees. And I remember one summer, on the last day of kind of the summer holidays, we wasn't going to go back to our little hangout anymore, and I decided to bury an axe. I put this axe in a quick save carrier bag, and I roughly know where the location is. So we're going back about, what would that be, 35 years ago. We're heading now down Gypsy Lane, which isn't far from where we live. We're going to walk across a couple of the fields to get to this location. But on the way I was just telling Rodri about the Darkies tunnels, and he didn't know what they were. So on the way we're going to have a quick look at Darkies tunnels and then make our way up, find this spot where we used to hang out, and see if we can find this old axe. Will be very interesting to see if we can find it, so stay tuned. Now, years ago this would have been a path here now where all us kids would always be walking up to the stream. But now obviously kids sat in on their computers don't do stuff like this anymore. But yeah, so overgrown. So we're not too far now from what I know as the Darkies tunnels. Rodri's never been there before. The last time I actually went there was with Ben. A few years ago we done a little bit of long exposure photography. If I can find some of them images, I'll put them up on here. But basically there's two tunnels that run under the bypass, and then they go out, come out into one tunnel. When we was kids we would come up here and you'd be absolutely petrified going through them tunnels. And there we have it guys, Darkies tunnels. We used to go through there at about, I don't know, probably my earliest memory of going through there was probably juniors, so it would have been before the comp, so age 10, and didn't really have a torch or anything, and you just walk through. It's absolutely pitch black, you can't see anything for about 200-300 meters, and as you get towards the end of these two tunnels it forks off to the left into a newer tunnel. Yeah, Darkies tunnels. Yeah, look how pitch black it is now. You literally can't see anything at all when you get in there. Imagine being a kid and walking through there and, you know, thinking, oh, who's in there, what am I going to bump into, and is there rats, is there bats? So guys, we are actually going to have a little walk down through the tunnel. The last time we had some, I guess, remember, was up in the Wenholt bunker.
Oh God, yeah.
So I'll give you a little idea of how tall it is. There it is. Got a torch on, Rod? Yeah. Put my hood up. And literally guys, nothing on the floor in the middle, Rod, is it, to trip up on?
Nothing I see yet. No, it's clear.
Let's have a little look, Rod. Stop with this, see with the torch. Yeah guys, it's absolutely pitch black. track. And that's with a torch on.
We're under the bypass, eh?
Yeah, so now we're under the bypass. This is the new section of the bridge. Yeah, here's the one tunnel. And then there's the tunnel next to it. That's the one that gets all the water in it. And then just down there, look. You can't see on the camera. You can see some light from where it comes out on the other side. So this is the other side of Darkey's Tunnel. You'd actually make a dam here as a kid. I remember me, like normal Kirsty Kerr, damming this off and having a dam like. We're actually on the other side of the bridge now, and this is now called Mountain View. There didn't used to be any housing there when I was growing up. We used to play over there. But I remember when they did build it, and we used to come over and see this brook. The brook used to be orange. And the reason why this brook is orange is because this used to be a tip years ago, and they used to bury barrels and barrels and barrels of hospital waste here. So all this is basically the barrels rusting and all the chemicals coming out of the ground. So that was a little look at Darkey's Tunnels. What do you think of Darkey's Tunnels, Rod?
I'm amazed I never knew about them.
Yeah. And this would have been less than half a mile from where you grew up.
I know, shocking.
Yeah. But we just...
I never went to the local school though, did I? So
no.
maybe I missed out on things.
But we was just going to walk where used to be a footpath, and there's literally no footpath there anymore. So we're going to go back where we just come, into the field, and then walk up the edge of the field. And I think that'll be the clearest way.
Oh, that's the path,
Yeah, so we're heading up through this field now, which used to be a footpath, clear as day where you was going. But literally, as I said, kids don't go out anymore and do things like this, which is a massive shame because the memories I've got over here and the fun we used to have was just, you know, incredible. I remember you'd be horses in these fields and we used to jump on them bareback. Obviously you shouldn't have been doing stuff like that. I remember another memory. We was in these fields, right, and there used to be an horse called Dapple. A couple of people from Trekenny used to hire it or something, but they used to ride this horse, and he was quite friendly. And I remember we come in here the one time, and all these horses, 10 of them, kind of surrounded us, and I was shitting myself, I've got to be honest. And I was walking back because these horses were approaching us, and no kidding, this horse stood on my foot, right? It was as if he'd done it on purpose, and then just went, with his teeth, straight on top of my head. Got up and ran like out here. Shit myself. Mad like, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had a very similar experience in the field up from there. There was a horse in a field and I was picking blackberries with my mother.
Yeah.
And its horse sort of backed into me, hoofed me into the bramble bush and just shit on me. I just walked off.
Mad, isn't it?
That's a lovely childhood memory.
Yeah. But, you know, the kids of today are missing out on all this.
So straight on?
Yeah, straight on. Another thing we used to do when we was kids, we'd come up here and we used to call it nesting, and basically we'd walk around looking in the trees for nests, and then seeing, you know, what bird you belong to, and seeing if it had eggs in there and chicks, and then basically once you found a nest, if it had eggs, and then we'd always come back and check up and then see them hatched into little chicks, and then come back again and see the chicks and then got little feathers and see it developing. And you know, as a child, stuff like that was fascinating. And yeah, it's starting to get real overgrown now. Wouldn't have had any of this years ago.
Huh?
Oh, it looks like it's clear once you through over there.
Yeah. Right.
So as I said at the beginning of this video, guys, the main purpose of this little video is to try and find an axe that I buried when I was about 14 years old. The location where we're going now, there used to be a big oak tree and a swing off there, and summertime and after school all the kids from Trekennydd would hang around there, and then you'd get a couple of kids coming down from Endredenny. I remember the last kind of memory here when I actually buried that axe. I think it was like me, Ben Woods, Nathan Bishop and Chrissy Allen, and we was getting a little bit older, we was getting into survival. And I remember one of the boys bought the book and they showed you how to capture water, and we was putting bags on the branches of the tree and capturing water, and I was absolutely fascinated by it. But yeah, it used to be one of our favourite places to hang out. And then as we got a little bit older, we camped here a few times as well. You know, probably at the age where we started drinking, as you did in your teens. Just come up here camping, have a drink, hang off the swing and have a flipping good laugh, fair play. Yeah, so it would have been literally 35 years ago when I buried that axe. I don't know what my intentions were at the time. I just thought that one day, you know, somebody might discover that and, you know, it might be worth something, or I don't know. I also used to collect coins, well I still do collect coins, and I always remember having this little chest of coins and I was going to bury it on the football field, thinking, you know, one day somebody might discover it, dig it up and it'd be worth a fortune. But as I've discovered, some coins ain't worth bloody nothing these days, and there's loads of them about. But yeah, like 35 years ago the last time I was here. And this, where we are now, which is all bramble and fern, it's basically field, grass, and obviously there was horses in here just roaming around and eating the grass, but it's so overgrown now. But why I'm gonna find it easier to know the location of where I actually buried this axe is because it was on the borderline of where the trees reach a field, so there's nothing on the other side, so I know roughly where this field is, or this axe is, within a couple of metres. Now there was an easier place to park than this, but when I mentioned to Rodri if we went this way we'd see Darky's tunnels, he was quite keen to see that, but yeah, it would have been far more easier way of getting here. But then when we used to come here as kids, we would literally walk through the school grounds, but obviously school grounds have got more fences and probably more secure than today's prisons. But yeah, it was like a common thing for just people to walk through the school day and night, even hang around in the school grounds. You could often be at a lesson and see somebody walking from Endredenny past your classroom window, using it as a shortcut on their way to town or whatever. But things have changed. So we've hit a bit of an obstacle now, because
Brambles to about the
yeah,
we're not going to do that.
we've got 6 foot brambles here. I can see the clearing on the other side, and I know, can't quite pinpoint it on here, that tree there. That tree there is where we used to come through the school, cut over the fence. The swing used to be there, huge tree there. I'm going to take a little look at that place. I think it got burnt down later on in life. But I know where we're going, it's literally just by there, probably 100 metres, but we got bloody 10 metres of 6-foot bramble. As Rodri just pointed out, the old Hofmeister can brings back memories. It used to be down Porthcawl, my friend's caravan, and then in the evening go and get 4 cans of Hofmeister, drink them down by the beach, thinking he was all grown up, you know. God, do they still do Hofmeister then? Do they still make Hofmeister?
Do you know, I don't know.
I haven't seen that for years.
I haven't seen it about.
I tell you what, we see it, we'll have to
Follow
have,
the beer, innit?
that's it, we'll have to have a can. And Hofmeister, follow Rodri. Yeah, as I did mention, guys, earlier on in the video, Rodri is obviously a Welsh historian. You think, with this being on the back of his childhood, where he grew up, he'd know this area like the back of his hand. We're having difficulty just getting through. We only got to get through by there. But as you can see, how overgrown it is. Well, guys, this is going to be a lot harder than what I thought. This is a tough one. So years ago, I walked across the school fields by here to be a path. When we used to come up the corner here, there's the boundary to the secondary school there in Endradenny. And we used to come through this pathway here, which you can't see, you know, there's a little pathway there. And then the big swing, the big oak tree, used to be up there, but I know that's been burnt down, and plus, what I was just climbing on was probably the remains of it. It's gone. And then down along here, obviously none of these trees were here. Obviously it's been 35 years, but I know, because there's a stream here, if we follow the stream down here, I'm going to roughly get to where some silver birch. There used to be a load of silver birch, and yeah, here's the silver birch here now. I'm thinking that this axe is buried like somewhere here, somewhere around here. Somewhere definitely on this little stretch of land right here. Wow. Let's get this metal detector out and see if we can find this axe. Rod's picked up on something again. Let's have a little look. Like I said, this was one area. Just by there. So no luck here, guys, on that little day with a lilt, which was a popular drink back in the 80s and the 70s, and a can of Skull. I actually forgot about that brand, Skull Lager. So I got a feeling that we're definitely in the right location. Rodri's at something again. Yeah, definitely down in amongst this, Rod. This is where we'd like collapsed all these trees onto each other and had a den.
And here's the stream.
There's the stream. There's the stream there.
Do you want to have a dig?
Load of silver
blue
birch.
wrapper.
I'll have a dig.
Go on.
Just follow me, Rod.
Okay.
I've just seen all my quick save bags on. Huh?
Surely that bag would have disappeared over these years, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they do take a number of years, don't they?
Yeah, but 35 in the ground.
Yeah. And obviously, only being a kid, I can't imagine it going much deeper than that. Look at the soil over here, it's fantastic soil. A lot of clay over there.
And try it out. So. Oh,
Yeah, golf club. Well,
oh, try try by there, John.
you filming? Just found a golf ball. As we obviously used to play golf in the school fields. That was popular. And be interesting to clean it up and see what I can find any year or anything on that. Where to us?
Just by there.
Ooh.
Solar.
In there, is it?
Well, there's definitely something there.
Right.
Underneath that
Yeah,
bit of moss.
hold him right.
Oh.
Be careful, don't do what I just done.
I'll do my best, I. Another can of 1980s lager coming up. Oh yeah. What was that?
Plastic bottle.
Huh.
Oh, whoa!
No way! No way! No! Oh, there's a can under there.
Nothing in there. What is it? Hyper value. Yeah, do you remember hyper value?
Yeah. Oh, move the can, let me see.
I thought we were unlucky, eh?
I know. Ooh. I know that.
Oh, that was mad. I never even seen that bag. I'm sure it would have been more quick safe bag. In amongst any of this.
No, there's nothing there now, there.
Check all that as well.
Let's go.